Hey, welcome to the Mayberry Dad channel first episode. Kind of. I'll explain that in a minute. But I just thought I'd start out with a backdrop of the coffee bar with our coffee signs and our coffee machines and all that good stuff. Plus I had my logo put on a cup so I can sit there and drink coffee and think about Mayberry Dad. This is not my first attempt at starting this channel. Not even close. As a musician, I've spent years in recording studios. And in a recording studio, nothing gets released until it's perfect. Hit the wrong note, you do it again. Bad take, do it again. Tiny hiss in the left channel that only a golden retriever could hear. You just scrap the whole thing and start over again. Naturally, I brought this perfectionist attitude to this channel, which, as it turns out, is a fantastic strategy if your goal is never to start a YouTube channel. I'd get everything set up, camera ready, hit record, and then the thoughts start. Should I even be doing this? Who's going to care? My hair looks weird. It's too windy. There's a plane. There's always a plane. And then if I got that far, Ben might come along and bump the tripod, and I'd be like, oh, let's just do this tomorrow. And you get to tomorrow, and something else happens. So if you're watching this, it's less of an initial video and more of a small miracle. To the point. For as long as I can remember, whenever I had a bump in the road, I'd go looking for someone just like me who had already been through the same thing and came out on the other side wonderfully. Not just survived it. I didn't want to look for the guy who was barely hanging on saying, yeah, man, it's rough. Sorry you have to deal with that. I just wanted to talk to the guy that was telling me, you're going to be fine. Here's what matters. Here's how I handled it. I didn't need a recipe. I just needed hope. But somewhere along the line, without realizing it, I became the guy that I wanted to talk to, which is great unless you're the version of me from 15 years ago who could have really used a conversation that I know now. Now, you know what that means. Makes some kind of sense. But after the perfectionist mindset I had on making videos, here's the part that stopped the project again. It's because I made mistakes with my kids. Real ones. The kind where you're lying in bed at night and you're replaying the moment over and over, saying, why did I say that? Why didn't I just stay calm? So the idea of getting on camera and talking about how my parenting was going, that felt a little backwards. Like, shouldn't the guy talking about being a dad have it all figured out? I'm not a parenting expert. No degree, no certifications. I don't play one on YouTube. What I do have is 4 kids. 2 boys and 2 girls, ages 15 to 22. We homeschooled all 4 kids. We stayed close. Now they're stepping out into their own lives, which is great for them. And it's kind of hard for me, but that's a whole other episode. Just so you know, this is not going to be perfect. It's going to be hard for me, but I'm trying not to be perfect. If a plane flies over, it stays. The dog barks, it stays. But if someone starts playing drums in the house, I'm just going to turn this whole show over to the band. If you're in the middle of something with your kids, something frustrating, confusing, keeping you up at night, just know I'm on your side. At this point, you can drop in some comments, like and subscribe, or just go have some more coffee. But here's what I want you to do no matter what. Go find the joy in your chaos today. See you next time. You gonna come up and say hi? Come on, Finn. Up you go. You can do it.